on these, Sam. Here north. One's going to be heading into Albuquerque, actually. That could be interesting in a hurry if you get a big-time soup going into Albuquerque. It's not a very typical event, but it does happen. Let's figure out, here's our way back onto the interstate to go toward Albuquerque. That's south, so north's up here. It's north to the left. There's no one coming off. Alright, let's go. They're coming off the other way. Alright. So that's a really stout looking cell. Probably some airborne before too long. They're usually kind of a little late in this office is. On warnings, they're pretty conservative on issuing them. Okay, but let's not get too carried away, okay? Just don't get too carried away. That's an obvious Supercell. They're south of Highland Meadows. We're 6 routes back around. There's another one forming on its flank. Obvious Supercell. Be warned before too long. See, I got a little bit of low level rotation in it. Stream we'll have on today. I don't know how long the stream will be. I'm kind of playing this by ear. This is very local. See how the problem is just very local, so I haven't really thought this part through. Yeah, it's not very often we get supercells west of the mountains. East of the mountains is pretty common, actually. I chased a lot of supercells and tornadoes east of the mountains, but west it's a lot more uncommon. This is the prime time to have it happen, though, in September. This is kind of the, if you're going to get it happen, it's going to be when the monsoon season's ending and the other fall pattern is starting to begin, and there's usually a slight bit of overlap, a couple of days here. That's where we're at right now. So, yeah, this one up here. We're in this little bit of an anvil overhang from a storm that died. The other thing about this is that the wind shear is pretty unidirectional today. So I'm not sure, like, even what kind of structure we'll have or anything, but given that it's really close to the house, all this is still within an hour of the house. Sense of not coming out here and seeing what happens. Don't know how long I'll be out. Don't know what I'll be doing. Don't know what I'll see. Figured I'd turn on the stream anyways. paying for the data, I might as well use it. This update looks even better. I'm surprised they haven't warned this thing yet. This Highland Meadow storm looks like a supercell in every way. We were thinking about going down here, but I just lost interest in that. It's not often I'm chasing from the south into Albuquerque looking at a supercell possibly. It's not a very typical setup in that regard. Oh my goodness. Yawning. Interesting day. There's just a lot of storms. That was one thing I was thinking why I was... they're getting off to help them. Good person right there. Just saw someone doing something really cool. Yeah, I think that's the thing today too. It's just so many storms. Couldn't tell you what that end outcome is. Very interesting day in that regard. The sky looks very low instability to me, but then you look at the towers growing around me and they say something more moderate even. So I think the problem is that this is a very moist atmosphere, which is not something typical of New Mexico either. I don't get those a lot. These things have been out there west of town for a while. Doesn't seem like we've had one that's really just kind of taken off. Sandia's covered in clouds. Glad I didn't go up there. That would have been a disaster. Top of the mountains over to my east are covered in clouds. Get up there to look at storms and it's foggy. Probably in the 40s too on top of the mountain. The latest update. Yeah, I mean, if you live in Albuquerque, you're probably going to get some hail. Of what size, I don't know. It should be, these will probably be coming south and west side and be severe. Thanks to that. See if I can bring it back with sounding. So I want to look at a sounding. Unidirectional wind, southwest at the surface, very light. Curving to west and southwest, a little bit of veer back as well. Lots of 3 Cape though. Almost 200 on this sounding surface base, 70 ml. Very moist though, look at that. Just how moist the atmosphere is all the way up. It's almost equilibrium level. It's pretty robust. Very efficient rainfall producers out here. Flash flooding, probably. Big deal today. Right now, that's our target cell. east of town and catch those on the east side of the mountains, assuming they survive. Or catch just the stuff growing on the east side of the mountains. There's some stuff growing on the Sandias right now. There'll probably be storms too that we can chase. Well, we should have a view open up to the west shortly. We got these groves of, I don't even know what kind of trees these are. Some kind of a nut, I think. Some kind of agriculture, but it's blocking our view. Then there's going to be a bit of a ridge, but then we should have a pretty open view as we get up here into the suburbs. I was going to pull over and see if we couldn't see back into the base, toward the base of these things. Messy, messy, messy. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm not that. I don't think this is like the most robust setup of all time. Sam's already asleep. Sam's sleep meter is at a 10 already. He needed a nap though. He's played a lot this morning before we left. Playing with his siblings. Less curvy with time. See if that's a big deal or not. It's over that way. Look in that direction for our storm. Coming into Berlin now. It's a solid looking cell. Back to our southwest too. This one to our west. The other problem with New Mexico too is we don't have a lot of roads. So that's the other problem. We can't really go west toward these without taking I-40, which we might do when we get up here. Trying to grow underneath this other bed of low clouds. Crazy. Yeah, this is certainly going to be an interesting day. Just curious about how it's going to look. Looking at another, let's look at our radar really quick just to see what it looks like on there. Make sure I'm not. curious to see if this thing really has any bit of like organization to it whatsoever. Lots of lightning, that's for sure. Coming over home base. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's sometimes it's just simple. It's that dark area back there. That's our storms. So we're just making ground up right now. We hedged south a little bit, now coming back north. I wasn't sure. We're about 20 miles from it, so we should see it. Once we get around, we've had this ridge to our left. You see a mountain there. Once we get through all of that, we should see this thing. So probably another 5 miles. We should be clear and looking back at it. It's got to be a severe warning coming for this 82nd. Man, it looks like a severe storm to me. I've been wrong before, but it looks very much like a severe storm to me. It's definitely got a low-level mezzo on it too. As we come up on south outskirts of Los Lunas, so we're in the Albuquerque metro now. Just there's this ridge right here. You can see this mountain. I mean, that's the thing. It's the only thing keeping us. Excuse me. From seeing this storm. Once we get through this, we'll be able to see what's going on. It's also allergy season here. Fall's the best time in New Mexico. I'm telling you, it's the best time to visit, best time to be around here. But also, it's also allergy season. For me, at least. A lot of things that I'm allergic to here are blooming. So lightning storm is going to be in the metro really soon. So this backstorm I'm interested in, but I haven't even been thinking about that. Backstorm I'm interested in. We may just have to try to chase it and deal with some hail and such. So front storm's going to be coming into the city any second. Yeah, it should be almost due west now. So it's out there west of us. It's out there. Surprised they haven't warned it yet, especially when they're coming into town. I would warn it. I warned it a while ago. Likelihood it's producing 1-inch hail is pretty high, I think. All right. Up here we're going to pull off on. Myself and Sam are good. We're excellent. Thanks for asking. think these are moving fast enough to mess up just going after them and staying with them, just lose them for a bit through the city. Definitely curious. We'll get up here and stop and see what we're looking at. Stuff blowing up in between us and it now. Alright, that's not great. Viewability reasons. Really like that, but you should be able to see it still. Like there, base in the middle of your shot, be the wall cloud on this thing. Very ragged, very disorganized. Type of thing I'm a huge fan of seeing, but Seen worse. That's for sure. Lightning strike. Like that one day I did a few weeks ago, back in the spring, back in like May, there was a day, I know in June, where, I think it was June, early June, where we had a day almost exactly like this, where there's just enough share for supercells, and it was pretty early in the day when it all happened, and it was just overall a pretty chill day. Kind of what I expected today's storms to look like. So this is actually strangely quite on brand. There's just not much detail out there right now. See, there's little storms blowing up in between us and it, but that was our area back there through the rain. Was our area right there. No, Sam, we're not gonna go anywhere, bud. There we go. Yeah, this thing's starting to look more linear again. It's gone in between linear and supercell, which would make sense given the shear today. That looks very linear now. Look at this. So now I'm going to draw. That's a very linear look now. I think it's gusted out. I think we got on this just as it gusted out. You can basically see where the gust front of this storm is, basically along that line. And between, we were looking back here, but there's now a bunch of storms right here. So that's why it's kind of not looking as great. But yeah, this was the area we were looking in, and there's not, that's it looks like it's getting undercut. Stuff's firing on its flank. Let's back up, see what's going on around this. The problem is there's no direct way to get anywhere, so let's loop this, see what's going on. Yeah. Cool. It'll be one of the shortest streams in history. This is turning into the slop fest we feared. I do like some of the stuff I see east of the mountains, though. So I guess I need to decide if that's something I want to go after or not. Let's pull up the Ray FDX from out here and see what it looks like. Estancia. Because the only way through is up through town anyways now. So. Yeah, that had a wall cloud on it. We were watching it right as we cleared the mountain. And then it just decided to go away. Oh. We're going to do that thing, aren't we? There we go. Let's go see how folks like driving in severe weather. Very, very, very much like what we had feared. And down here it looks like that too. Yeah. So it's basically, I'm trying to debate if I want to try to even mess with it. This is just a giant mess, and it's going to be that way all day. Looks like. Models showed it as a mess too, with like embedded supercells for an hour or two at a time, like we just saw with this, but then it goes back to mess. There's another mess. There's a couple of messes. Just a lot of mess. A giant gray mess. I think the big thing is that there is the SPC outline for tornado risk in southeast New Mexico. It's just covered with storms. This is not a place I believe in stuff recovering that easily. So we'll go up here and board these and see what's going on in the middle of them. And probably how this ends with anything interesting. Shear doesn't support pretty storms today, and storm month certainly doesn't, so no pretty storms. Just be driving around looking at rain showers all day. Still trying to develop up north. Way east. Those up north in here look very Supercell there themselves. I just don't think we can get through these before. We're the heck of a time trying to get through these. Yeah, these faces are flat and featureless now. Had a nice, fully developed wall cloud 15 minutes ago. Even some motion in it, but this is all gusted out now. We weren't expecting much out of today, but somehow we're going to get less than not much. Sam got to run around for a bit. Not always lost. sloppy as I thought it might end up being. Anytime you get a bunch of storms crowding like this, it really... today's not already was starting off at a disadvantage. For me at least, in terms of storm chasing, because there just wasn't that much of an indication of photogenicness. Because the photographs just didn't support that. The wind shear wasn't favorable for storms really sculpting up. And then you get storm modes that are messy and crowded like this, and it's just hard to get anything that looks good. Just get gray masses like this. It's not as fun. And the tornado threat already is extremely low. And models have all this rolling upscale into a line, just east in the mountains. I'm not that interested in chasing a line too far east today.
There's no way that would happen. I don't even think I would go Albuquerque, Northwest Oklahoma, back to Albuquerque. No. So much tougher in the fall. It's just hard to make it happen for me. In Utah are tornado warned. Huh? Saw that. It's like, man, there's no way. Warnings just south of Moab, south and east of Moab. One observed.